Hello everyone, my name is Fakhruddin Khambati and welcome to the 7th video in SSIS training series. I am an Indian. Here we use Indian national rupees, our local currency. If I'm traveling to United States, I will not be able to utilize my Indian currency in the United States of America. I will have to transfer my currency into a currency that is understood by that particular nation where I am traveling to. What am I doing? I'm converting my currency from my source, that is India, to my destination, which is United States of America. Now compare this example into our SSIS. What do we do in SSIS? We load the data into a particular destination which is extracted from a particular source. Here the source is our CSV file that we have been using in previous example, and the destination is Microsoft SQL Server. Now the data type that my Microsoft SQL Server has may not match with my source, and that is why this topic called data conversion is a very important topic. Consider this particular video as a checkpoint in the SSIS training series conducted by me. I'm going to start a project from scratch. You can see the requirement over here, but as my way of teaching goes, I don't really rely on PowerPoint slides or theory. So let's switch to SQL Server Data Tools. So I'll go on File, I'll say New Project, and I will select Integration Services, which is under Business Intelligence. And I will give a name to this, let's say Data Conversion Demo. And I'll say create directory for solution and I'll click on OK. Now you are aware about these tabs, you are aware about the SSIS toolbox, solution explorer, properties. In case you have missed anything in this particular window, refer to my previous videos. I have demonstrated in detail about these things. I'm going to drag and drop data flow task. It's always a good practice to name every particular component. So I will name the component over here, let's say conversion flow, and I will just give the initial data flow task DFT conversion flow. Double click on it. What I have to do, I have to extract data from a source file, which is this CSV file. I have a customer file which has first, last name, email, date of birth, amount, city and state. I'm going to load this particular file in my customer table, which is in my database in Microsoft SQL. Now look at the definition of this table. It is defined in this way. The ID is int, first and last names are n where char, and so on. These are the data types defined over here, and everything that is in my CSV file is in character. So what do I do next? I drag a component for source, which is a flat file source, which is my CSV file, and I go to destination and I drag a OLEDB destination, and I get that arrow from here till here. Now these components are completely unknown. They don't know what they have to do. We have to teach them. So I will right click on flat file source. I'll say edit, and this flat file source editor will open. It will ask me to have a flat file connection manager. Basically, without any complication, over here I just have to show this particular component that from where you have to pick your source. There's nothing more to this. So I'll click on edit, new, and I'll browse to where my CSV file lies, which is this, and I'll say column names in the first data row is okay, and just go through this. You don't really have to bother about anything right now, and I'll click on OK. The same thing I will do in the database in the OLEDB destination. I'll right click, edit, and I'll show this where you have to pick your, or where you have to insert these rows into. I already have a data connection which is defined over here. I'll select on OK, and it will give a list of all the tables that are present in that particular database. I want to select customer, and I'll say view existing data. There's nothing, and I'll go to mapping. Now mapping, it already has a link from one column to another because the column names are same. If these names were different, we may have to just map it manually like this, and I'll click on OK. Now I'm expecting this error, and if you have been trying this by yourself looking at my previous videos, you must have got this particular error over here. See this cross mark? Let's see what it says. It says column first cannot convert between Unicode and non-Unicode string data types, which means that the first name and last name over here, this particular column and this particular column, it cannot understand what nvarchar is. There's a data type mismatch. What I have to do now is I have to convert my first and last in my SSIS in a way that it understands the data type of Microsoft SQL. There are two ways I can achieve this. First, I'm going to show you the longer way. So I'll disconnect or delete this, and I will find a component called data conversion, and I'll drag and drop over here. From my source, my data will come into data conversion. From data conversion, it will go to the database. What this component will do is it will convert my character data type into nvarchar, which is required by Microsoft SQL. So let's right click on data conversion, edit, and I'm facing issues with these two types. So I will just mention data type as Unicode string, and this is going to match with my Microsoft SQL, and I'll say OK. And then I'll come to my OLEDB destination, edit again, go to mapping. You will see there are two additional input columns that have come up. These input columns were generated in the data conversion. So I will remove mapping from first and last, and instead of that I will use this copy of first, which is nothing but Unicode string, and I'll drag and drop to first and last, and I'll say OK. You see that error, the cross mark that it was showing on OLEDB destination is gone. Let's now try by running this particular package, but before that let me show you that we don't have any data in this table as of now. So this customer is blank. So basically what it's going to do is it's going to pick data from flat file source, which is this CSV file. It will convert the columns which are not accepted by Microsoft SQL because of the data type, and it will then convert those columns and load that data in our Microsoft SQL. So I'll click on start or just press F5 on keyboard, and yes, 1000 rows gone. Let's see if they're populated. 1000 rows, congratulations. So you just learned how to do data conversion when we use this component called data conversion. But this is a lengthy way, as I told you. There are two ways with which we can do data conversion in SSIS. Let me show you a quicker and a better way. So I'm going to stop this project. I'm going to delete this data conversion from here, and flat file source, OLEDB destination, I'll just drag and drop it over here. And before that I'll go to customer, I'll truncate it, truncate table customer, and let's see, there's no row left in it anymore. Now what I have to do is I have to make a way that my data type is updated or corrected and is ready for Microsoft SQL in the source itself. Before that, let me check if mapping is correct. No, mapping is not correct, obviously, because the copy of first and copy of last do not exist anymore. So we are getting the same old error. Column first cannot convert between Unicode and non-Unicode string data types. I'm not going to use the data conversion component. I'm going to change the data type in the source. For that, I will right click on flat file source. I'll select show advanced editor. In the show advanced editor, there are some tabs. I'll use the last tab and I will select flat file source output and output columns. In that, first and last. In first, I'll drag it a little and there's a data type over here. I will change it to Unicode string. Same thing I will do for last. Change it to Unicode string and then click on OK. You see the error is gone. And now I will try running this particular project. 1000 rows. Let's confirm. Yes, it has got populated in our Microsoft SQL. So congratulations people, you successfully completed the 7th video in the SSIS training series and you just learned how to convert data type using data conversion component and also at the source itself. Now since we know how to convert data type and how to fix the error that we were getting, we will just look at another example. What if data is not incorrect as per the code, but it's incorrect as per the logic? There's something called as conditional split. In the coming up video, we are going to talk about a topic called conditional split. So please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this video and keep watching. This is Fakhruddin Khambati saying goodbye and take care.